The bell sounds. What you notice first isn't a punch, it's presence. Naoya Inoue is calm in a way only great champions are calm. This isn't swagger, it's geometry. In front of a roaring crowd in Nagoya, Japan, Inoue retains his undisputed super bantamweight crown with a masterclass unanimous decision. 117 to 111, 118 to 110, and 118 to 110. No controversy, no chaos, just control. If you came to see blood and thunder, you got something rarer. The quiet violence of being outthought and outtimed. Murodjon Akhmadaliev came to win. Former unified champion. Southpaw rhythm. Grit. But he found himself fencing shadows. Inoue didn't just beat him to the target. He made him doubt the target even existed. That's how the monster wins when he doesn't need a knockout. Round 1 sets the turn. By round 2, the blueprint is clear. Inoue slides his lead foot outside the southpaw front toe, stealing angle. From every time he wants to start. Round 3 hardens the tempo. Watch Inoue's head and hips. Little feints like punctuation marks. He freezes you with a comma, then hits you with a sentence. Jab upstairs. Right hand to the ribs. Hook off the exit. Nothing wild. All repeatable. MJ has to decide. Chase the angle or respect the power. He picks wrong either way. Akhmadaliev has moments in 4 and 5. He jabs with Inoue. Walks him to the ropes. Sneaks a left behind the elbow. His best idea of the early going. But every time he strings 2 together, Inoue answers with 3. Fin touch. Now the middle rounds, where champions either separate or suffer. Inoue separates. He shifts from touch and read to touch and tax, building a toll road to the midsection. That right hand to the ribs isn't glamorous, but it's the mortgage payment that makes the house his. You see it in MJ's feet. A little more square, a little more planted. Body shots are charging interest. Round 7 is a lesson in initiative. Inoue steps behind the jab, draws the counter, and makes MJ pay with right, left, right. Short, straight lines. Head off center. No wind-ups. No ego. If you're looking for the difference between power and authority, it's right there. MJ is brave. He surges to manufacture chaos. But check the timing. He keeps arriving when the door is already closing. By 8 and 9, Inoue is leading and countering at will. That's when a fight becomes a test of belief. MJ keeps trying to wedge the left down the corridor. Inoue keeps moving the furniture. Slip outside, check hook, reset the geography. These aren't explosive moments. They're inevitable ones. Round 10 is MJ's gamble. He comes out hot. He commits to trading. Sometimes volume is your only prayer against precision. He lands a clean left, then a cuffing hook that draws a reaction. Round 11 is punctuation again. Inoue doubles the jab, then threads a compact uppercut. It doesn't look heavy until the sweat jumps off MJ's head like a signal flare. He's tenderizing now, not recklessly hunting a finish, but re-establishing the rules of engagement. If you're scoring, This is command without desperation. Gold for judges who reward control. Round 12, the Champions Round. Inoue tries to close the show without losing the plot. He presses his feet, rolls under the southpaw left, and stacks combinations to head and body. Akhmadaliev fires back late, lands a heavy shot that gets the crowd on its feet. Inoue steadies. He clinches in good taste. Beating a world-class southpaw isn't about one magic shot. It's about refusing to give him the same picture twice. Inoue gave MJ a different angle every minute of every round. So how did Inoue win? 3 pillars. First, foot position and angle theft. By living outside MJ's lead foot, Inoue narrowed the southpaw lane and widened his own. That turned MJ's best weapon, the straight left, into a permission slip Inoue never signed. Second, shot selection to the body. He didn't headhunt his way to fatigue. He taxed the gas tank. Right hands to the ribs. That skimming shot under the elbow. When the legs slow, the eyes lie. MJ began seeing openings that weren't there and walked into counters he couldn't afford. Third, to chase a stoppage just to feed the streak. This was his first distance fight since 2019. The knockout run ends. The dominance doesn't. For Akhmadaliev, there's no shame. He took what others could not. He had honest, brave moments. But to beat Inoue, you need more than heart and volume. You need to win the invisible math. Tonight, that math belonged to the monster. So we close where we began, with presence. In a sport that worships power, Naoya Inoue reminded us that the sharpest weapon is control. He didn't just beat a world-class fighter. He made the ring small, the choices few, and the answers obvious. He won not by saying, "I'm stronger," but by proving, "I'm clearer." And at the top of the sport, clarity is cruel. Your turn. Drop your final score in the comments. Who's next for Inoue? Picasso or Nakatani? Pick one and tell me why. For more clean cinematic breakdowns, subscribe and hit the bell. Share this with a friend who loves